earlier this year, Sega announced a new Sonic game called Sonic Mania. And instead, rather than the original Sonic team working on it, we are getting a Sonic game made by indie developers responsible for bringing us well-crafted Sonic fan games and reports of original Sonic games to other devices. And they have promised us remastered versions of original Sonic levels from original Sonic games. So, you can imagine what I'm going to be talking about today, since you've also probably read the title anyways. I'm going to be talking about the top 7 classic Sonic stages I want to see remastered in Sonic Mania. Let's get started. Not being a big fan of the games released on the Game Gear and Master System myself, I didn't really want to put a game from them on this list, or a level from a game from them on this list. But I did, at number 7. And this level gets on here for mere concept alone. This level is from Sonic Chaos and it's called Mecha Green Hill Zone. I really like the concept of Mecha Green Hill Zone because it's basically, well, if we take the most iconic stage in Sonic, Green Hill Zone, and basically do what Robotnik would do to it if he had control. Mechanize it. And it's a very cool concept, and that's pretty much the only reason this stage is even on this list. Hey, just saying, it's a good idea. Every Sonic game needs a really hard level, like really hard, and they're almost always going to be mechanical based. But what if one of those levels was remastered? And what's better than to bring back the original Scrap Brain Zone? Now Scrap Brain Zone, it starts off very subtly of how this zone is going to go for you. It basically, you see some rings, you run for them, hit. The map is literally telling you, screw you. Not to mention, this zone itself is kind of unfair, with a bunch of traps that you really couldn't possibly see coming. Mostly pits, with electricity, buzzsaws, bombs, and in Act 3, drowning. Lots of drowning. Yeah, not a fan of drowning myself. But hey, this is only, spot number 6. It's on here because it's a classic, and I would like to see a hard level remastered. And Scrap Brain Zone is one of my top picks for that spot. You gotta love chemicals, that stuff we use to kill insects and stuff, or, to clean our windows. But what would happen if we dunked an anamorphic Sonic Speed Hedgehog that's blue in there? What would happen? Well, with all things concerned, it'd probably die, but that's basically what this next spot on the list is. The Chemical Plant Zone. Chemical Plant Zone is great. Some people say it's confusing, some people say it's hard, and some people say it's easy. I like to think it's all of those, depending on how many times you played Sonic 2. And I played Sonic 2 a lot, so it's at that point where it's pretty easy for me. But I like Sonic 2. Sonic 2. I like Chemical Plant Zone, I like its theme, I like Chemical Plant Zone. I want to see it remade. It was remade in Sonic Generations. I want to see them do it again. Because personally, if Green Hill Zone can be remade over and over, why can't Chemical Plant? I want to see it. It's awesome. It's cool. And plus, it's like a water level without the water. It has chemicals. It's not water. It's not a water level. Trust me, it's great. It's fine. It's not hard. It's not a water level. It's a chemical level. It's fine. This deserves to be remastered. Trust me. type of list involving Sonic would it be if I didn't mention Sonic 3 anywhere? Now, I personally believe that if that did happen and I didn't mention Sonic 3, my house would be burned down. But I'm good. I just mentioned Sonic 3. It's all fine. Absolutely dandy. And guys that would burn down my house, they need to chill out. They need to go snowboarding with Sonic down the Ice Cap Zone, which is exactly what this next zone is, the Ice Cap Zone. It's a very snowy zone and that involves Sonic snowboarding like he would in future games, usually on the first level or on another snowy level, of course. But it is a very great concept. I love it, and it has a very chilled out song, and it's great. But all those fanboys, they need to chill out. I said Scrap Brain Zone was one of my top picks for a hard remastered Sonic level, but I never said it was my top pick. That honor goes to the Metropolis Zone. Metropolis Zone is a very hard level, and for a very long time I like to refer to it as the Mechanical Hell Zone, because basically it was hard. You know it's hard when it gives you 15 rings at the very beginning of the level. It's a tough level, trust me. And so much of it is going wrong when you really think about it. There's like those tube chain things that you run through that they only put in so they could use the upside down running animation, or special running animations that you don't see anywhere else in the game. They wanted to throw Pokemon in there like Staryu, Kingler, and Scyther, all first generation Pokemon, but they're all there. 3 of those, the 3 that I just mentioned, they're all there. The only thing this level lacks is honestly a boss fight that could truly be remastered. Plus it's 3 acts. That's not a big deal considering all the levels in the original game were 3 acts, but when it's the only level in this game that has 3 acts and the rest have 2, that's a bit of a big deal to me. It's all like when I got to the 3rd act, I'm like, what? There's a 3rd act? No! And then I lost all my lives and all my continues. That was my first experience with Metropolis Zone, and hopefully for new fans, that will be their experience with the brand new and improved Metropolis Zone. Rage quitting because the game is really hard and there's more levels than there should be. Well, at least there's more levels than there normally is. That is Metropolis Zone. That is the Mechanical Hell Zone. And now for a zone from Sonic and Knuckles. Yes, I haven't beat Sonic and Knuckles, and I haven't beat Sonic 3. But I have gotten close to beating Sonic and Knuckles, and I got stuck in Carnival Night Zone in Sonic 3. But my favorite zone from Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic 3 for that matter so far, was Sky Sanctuary Zone. Now, this zone was great. It was my favorite zone in Sonic Generations also. It is great. It has great visuals, it has a great soundtrack. The basic enemies of this zone, although I wouldn't normally say basic enemies are great, these ones are pretty great, especially if you're playing as Knuckles, in which case some of the boss fights you don't fight Robotnik, you actually fight these enemies instead. And then now the basic enemies. It's great. I like it. They have guns. You don't normally see Sonic enemies with guns. Well, you do now, but not so much back then. These guys just had basic laser guns. It was great. The whole Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the whole thing had kind of led up to this point where you were in this area above Angel Island. It was great. You can see the Death Egg rising in the background, lots of falling platforms, lots of bouncy clouds, and if they remastered this level, it would be a great chance for Mecha Sonic to make a return, and I want to see that. I personally do. And now, time for a very classic stage. Is this stage from the original Sonic the Hedgehog? No, it's not. Just thought I would put that out there. It's not. It's from Sonic CD. A game that lots of people say is the best Sonic game, and I don't fully agree with them on that. My favorite Sonic 2, but nevertheless, my #1 stage is from Sonic CD. It is a stage that literally has speed in the name. It's Stardust Speedway. And must I say, what a great zone this would be to bring back alongside any of the zones I just listed off before it. Stardust Speedway is beautiful, it has great visuals, the song is great. The song is great. All the versions of the song is great. The Japanese and US soundtracks for this song are both great. There's 3 songs from each soundtrack, the past, future, and present. That's a total of 6 songs you could remix, unless they want to put time travel in the game, which I don't really think they will. But if they do, that's fine. I wouldn't mind, honestly. I don't like collecting Chaos Emeralds. I don't like most of the bonus stages, but Stardust Speedway would be a great thing to bring back. Sonic Generations didn't really have a Sonic CD level. It had Metal Sonic, but that was just one fight. It was a boss fight, but it was more or less a rival fight. And it wasn't that great of a fight. It was really easy as compared to the original, and the original I found to be challenging but fair, and I love it. It is a great fight. I would like to see this stage brought back. All 6 songs are great. I don't know if I said that. I remember mentioning 6 songs, but I don't remember saying if they were all good. But Sonic CD's Stardust Speedway is a great stage. It's leaves lots of room to move fast. It has plenty of obstacles. It's challenging, but it's also fair. I would like to see the stage remastered. Leave in the comments what stages would you like to see remastered. Like if you agree with me. Dislike if you disagree with me so strongly you're willing to tell me that you don't like my opinion. Like if you respect my opinion. Subscribe to me if you want to see more awesome content. I do want to buy the collector's edition when it's released. And don't forget, stay saucy, my friends.